It's the NFL on EA Sports, where we'll see teams who have been division rivals since 1961. It's the Dallas Cowboys and the Philadelphia Eagles, and it's all just ahead on Madden NFL 24.
It's the NFL on EA Sports as you take a look there at Lincoln Financial Field in Philadelphia, PA. Coming up, we got a good matchup on tap here, as it'll be the Dallas Cowboys taking on the Philadelphia Eagles. Alongside my partner, Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gunn, happy to be with you. And CD, as we get this thing going, give the folks at home something to keep their eye on.
The running game for both teams, because I think this is going to be an old-fashioned, old-school type of a game. Physical, who wins up front, who runs the ball the best and controls the clock, they will come out the victor.
Here's the kicker, Jake Elliott, ready to get this one started. And off we go from Lincoln Financial Field. And a signal there for the fair catch, so this opening drive will begin at the 25-yard line. Time for Dak Prescott and the Dallas offense to go to work. Prescott, of course, the former fourth-round pick in 2016 out of Mississippi State.
And how about the toughness of Dak Prescott? We see it all the time on the field. And remember when he had that serious ankle injury, would he return to form? Boy, did he ever. And he was better than ever, and that's great for the NFL. Terrific resilience, playing at a high level, capable of winning a championship with his arm and his legs.
Ezekiel Elliott gonna take it the distance. Now he's loose at the 40. And he's finally down at the 21-yard line. A big play there on the first play of the game. 54 yards on the ground. Well, welcome to the party. First carry of the game. How about that?
And just think, as far as he's concerned, he's just getting warmed up.
Prescott on first down. Pressure applied, and he's going to be taken down. They sack him back at the 33-yard line. Multiple players combined for their team's first sack of the game. So second and long, and got to be careful not to fall out of field goal range. From the shotgun, it's Prescott. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
They're bringing a lot of pressure here already in the first quarter. Already sacked him once. Now they get in there and knock another one away. I think maybe that tuck rule being gone makes defenses a lot bolder.
Yes, indeed. That time, lucky that the arm was going forward. Incomplete pass. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. A nice little gain. So the completion good for 6 yards. And that's going to bring up a fourth down.
When you call a wide receiver screen, no matter how many blockers you get in front of the guy that catches the ball, there's still an aspect of the guy catching it, turning into a runner, breaking tackles and creating his own yardage, and he just did on that play.
Had just the one big play on the drive, but that was enough to put him in field goal range.
Yeah, one big play of what they hope will be many others throughout the game. Every team has a different target for the number of plays like that, those explosives that we talk about. That allowed him to put points on the board on that drive. Let's see how the rest of the game goes.
And that one bounces out of the back of the end zone, so we'll start the drive at the 25 on the touchback. Philly's offense getting ready, and Jalen Hurts ready to lead them. The second-round pick who started his career at Alabama, then finished with an electric senior season at Oklahoma.
Tremendous production in college at 2 different universities, and this is a guy who was a finalist for the Heisman Trophy. Still much more of a runner than a thrower, but has plenty of arm and is capable of making the big throws downfield. And don't underestimate his ability to think the game. Remember, he's the son of a coach.
And he's upended at the 33, following a good pickup of 8. The success there, Charles, coming on the outside of the field, the ground game. Curious to see if that continues as we progress.
Yeah, we often talk about a variety in play calling and usually between run and pass. But in this case, with strictly the run game, You can be creative there as well. Run it inside, run it outside, keep the defense off balance.
And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. 25 yards the pickup there, and also a first down.
Now that's a... Lightning in a bottle, forget it. He exploded out of the bottle for that type of a pickup.
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. Here's Hurts to throw. It's complete to Brown, right side. He's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on first down. From the 32-yard line now, here's second down and a yard. Now Hurts going to keep it running left. And he's down into the red zone at the 16 after a gain of 16. First and 10. And this, I mean, it's certainly something to watch out for. He is not afraid to call his own number on plays like that. And here he takes it for good yardage.
And we know this defense prepared all week for this, but sometimes when you see it in person, it's a whole different ball game, and all that preparation, it goes right out the window.
And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. Micah Parsons showing off that elite athleticism as he gets the sack. Defensively on the previous play, they gave up a pretty good chunk of yardage, but right there, they got a good portion of it right back.
And if we just flip it around from the offensive perspective, took a nice step forward, and how about a couple of leaps backwards after that play? They've got to figure out a big call coming up here to try and gain that yardage back.
A second down pass play there, but it's incomplete.
Well, partner, guaranteed they approach this play with the idea of making up ground to make third down manageable. Unfortunately, with that incompletion, right back where they started on the last snap. Now they need a big third down play in order to pick up the yardage needed.
Now on third and long, they'll look to throw. It's caught on the right side at Smith. So no gain on the play, and it'll be fourth down.
Excuse my snarkiness here, but isn't the idea of completing a pass supposed to mean you get downfield and gain yards?
Especially on third down.
Yeah, that one. How about the defense? Figured that one out in a big way. Yeah, they completed it all right and lost yardage.
The kick by Elliott is good, and that will tie us at 3-3. So matching field goals on our opening two drives.
Yeah, it feels like two boxers feeling each other out here in the early going of the game, right? Exchanging some jabs, but none of the heavy stuff just yet.
Each team with a possession, each team with a field goal as the kick is away. And he won't return this one. He'll go down to a knee, and they'll start at the 25. Second drive forthcoming here for the Dallas Cowboys. And after the field goal last time, we'll see what they can get here. At least they got points out of the last drive, Charles.
I never met an offensive coach that didn't want to drive to end with a kick. Most of them wanted to end with a PAT, right? In this case, a field goal, they'll take it. Way better than the alternative, which is a punt.
Yeah, but you met fan bases that wanted that, that weren't happy with that field goal.
I haven't met a fan base yet that wants to drive to end with a kick, other than the extra point. That's it.
I think defensively you're okay with that. You're in the first quarter. He's going to get some catches, but they rallied to him quickly.
And that's what you count on, and I like what you just said. First quarter, can you do it all game long? They catch it, you tackle them, they go down on the spot. Because when you're able to do that and you don't give up big chunks of yardage after the catch, now you put the offense in a position where every series they have to work hard to pick up first downs, and you tend to stall them out when you do that.
Throwing again on second down, but this time it's incomplete.
The coverage keyed in on him since that last completion his way. He earned a little more attention on that route, and that made it a lot tougher to get a clean throw his way.
Now they face a third down and 4 after that incompletion on second down. Now Prescott. He had a man open, but he missed him, and it's incomplete. Well, the other day they told us when we've got 3rd and 5 or less, we have to be able to convert. And I guess every team would say that, Charles, but an opportunity missed there.
What they were trying to tell us is they believe it's a matchup game at that point, and they liked some matchups that they had, thought they could exploit them, unable to do so on that play.
Anger is on to punt, and he gets this one away. Taken in at the 22. It'll be a 44-yard punt. The return goes for 8. And it will be Eagles football, 1st and 10. So back onto the field, here come the Eagles for their 2nd drive. And last time able to get 3. It's not what they wanted. They wanted 6, but they got at least something. They mustered something out of the drive.
They'll take it. I like the way you've described it. Not ideal, but they'll take it. Anything to put some points on the board. But this time on offense, they don't even want to see the field goal kicker trot on the field. They want that ball in the end zone.
Yeah, they'll be going for 6. Now this will leave them a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on 1st down.
That's the end of the 1st quarter. With the score tied
3-3, a tight one after 1 on EA Sports. Now 2nd quarter action from Philadelphia, and it's the Eagles in possession as they've got it with a 2nd and 1 coming up. Hurts. Quick slant to Brown. And A.J. going to pick up an Eagles 1st down up to the 47-yard line. That'll go as a pickup of 8.
This has to go down as one of the simpler routes in the playbook, but oh so effective. Nice completion there. Keeps the sticks moving.
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on 1st down. From the gun, it's Hurts. They'll find Paris Campbell. That's complete. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. The Eagle passing game looking good on this drive. It's a 1st down.
But one of the ways the quarterbacks keep all the receivers alive in a play, never lock in on any one guy. Make sure you keep your eyes moving, scan the field. And here he finds the open guy for a nice pickup.
So from Cowboy territory now, here's 1st and 10 at the 39-yard line. Throwing from the gun, it's Hurts. And his throw's going to be incomplete.
And not a common sight, at least on this drive. A momentary setback, though, for this passing game that has been moving well this series. Good thing for them, though. Still 2 more downs to connect and try and pick up another 1st down.
Now a 2nd and 10. A give to Barkley out of the gun. And he'll take this one down to the 36. He'll get only 3 there, so it leaves him with a 3rd and 7 ahead.
That play reminded me a lot of a former teammate of mine. We used to call him the trash man. His ability to sift through traffic and make plays was uncanny.
And that's exactly what you want from your Mike linebacker. They need to get to the 29 if they want to pick up a 1st here on 3rd down. Throwing is Hurts. Dancing to his left. And he's going to have another 1st down here as the tackle's made at the Cowboys 23. That one goes for 13 yards, and it moves the sticks.
Now that's a quarterback who's in charge out there right now. Wants to throw the ball on 3rd down, doesn't find anyone open, tucks it away, takes off, and picks up the 1st down. Not by a little, but by plenty.
On 1st and 10, it's Hurts. Nice work to get 7 out of that, and it's 2nd down.
You know what I like about that play? He didn't try to do too much on 1st down. He took what the defense gave him, put together a solid game to bring up 2nd and manageable. Now they have a couple of plays to pick up just a few yards and a new set of downs.
2nd down and 3. Hurts sets up to throw it. And he's brought down just outside of the 10 at the 11. Hurts dangerous when he runs that football. He's got a 1st.
As he came to the line of scrimmage, he knew he didn't need much to reset the chain, so when he saw the space he needed, no hesitation. He went to the marker and got his guys a 1st down.
They had to settle for 3 last drive, hoping this second go-around ends in 6. In good position, 1st and 10. Being chased out left. And he's brought down. Nothing open downfield. He keeps it himself for 11 and a 1st down.
No shortage of impressive moments from him thus far. Now he's halfway to the century mark, and we're still in the first half. There's been no answer for his running ability so far by the defense. I can't wait to see what adjustments they'll have to make during the halftime break.
It'll be Hurts on the option. And he's in for an Eagles touchdown. Jalen Hurts. A touchdown run there from a yard out. And the Eagles have taken the lead.
Well, I'd have to say that for him, that was an all-encompassing drive because it was his arm that got his team down to that point, but his legs that finished the deal. Give him credit for making it happen.
On for the extra point, Jake Elliott. And it is up. And it's good. That'll make our score 10-3 now. After the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. And he will make it to the 20-yard line and no further. And now Dallas gets set to take the field. Just a lone field goal for him so far, trailing 10-3 as they come up 1st and 10. Taken down with a 1st down as they get about 14 out of that one, and we go to the 2-minute warning.
Gain of 14. 1st down, Dallas.
Throwing, Prescott. A short one there taken in by Ferguson. It'll go as a gain of 4, and that's going to bring up 2nd down.
Got to give credit where it's due. Really nice defense on that play. The pitch and catch was successful, but not any run after it.
Prescott urging his guys to go quickly. They need to get up and set. 2nd and 6. Pass complete to Jalen Tolbert. Give him a gain of 5 on the completion. And that's going to make it 3rd down and less than a yard. The Cowboys looking to get going again in a hurry. 3rd and short yardage, Prescott. That is caught. And taking it across midfield and just shy of the 40. It's a gain of 16 and a Dallas 1st down.
I don't care how many times we see it. I still get a kick out of watching quarterbacks and receivers do the pass tree in pregame warm-up. But I always remember that when we go to practices, we see that after practices as well. They really tune it up, don't they?
They tune it up. They know why they do it for these situations. 1st down.
And they build that trust, and that's why they're able to find him in this type of a situation.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Prescott down. It's hauled in by Brandon Cooks. Now the Cowboys going to burn the first of their timeouts as they stop it here with just under 40 ticks to go in this 1st half. And again, it's Prescott. Able to hit his target well. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard. To throw is Prescott. It's caught left side by Cooks. That good for 6 as they keep this drive right on rolling.
An ex-teammate used to tell me all the time, I hate experienced quarterbacks because no matter what, you really can't hide what you're doing. And I think that right there, he knew right away where the blitz was coming from, where his primary guy was going to be, and he ended up going to a secondary target for a nice game.
I was just going to ask you, that wasn't the primary target. He's so good at that, isn't he?
I think he knew right away that he wasn't going to get to his primary guy. I think he read that as soon as he got to the line of scrimmage, knew where the pressure was going to come from, and said, I know how to beat that, and that's what he did.
So with 4 seconds to go in the half, here's the field goal unit onto the field from the right hash, and this one just a chippy. And his kick is right there. It's good, and that'll bring him back within 4. So they're able to end that drive with 3 points in this one-possession ball game.
And ideally, you want to end every drive with points. Most quarterbacks would tell you, let's end it with a kick, right? A PAT, that's number 1. Field goal you'll take. Punts, you really don't want to do that. In this case, they'll take the field goal and get prepared for the rest of the game.
So still time for the kickoff here. 1 second to go in the half as this one is away. And not wanting to risk anything here late in the half, he'll just take a knee and they'll bring the football out to the 25. The final second ticks by, and that's going to do it for the first half of play. So we've reached halftime here in a 4-point game. As we'll get you down the coast to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach! And okay, so much for our halftime break. Apparently we're going to get right back to it. Welcome back. Halftime over. We are ready for quarter number 3. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gordon. So the Eagles with the lead, and they're going to get this football first as the third quarter gets underway. And Rodgers will hold on to this one, and it'll come out to the 25. Out come the Eagles now as he'll go on offense first here in the third quarter. And they've got the lead, CD. What do you expect from them in this second half?
Well, I like what they were able to do on the ground in the first half because they had a lot of success running the ball, and I certainly think we'll see more of that. But I'd keep an eye on that defense, and I think their coaches up in the box will do the exact same thing. If they start to see 1 or 2 guys start to creep towards the line of scrimmage, that'll be licensed to take some shots downfield.
Second half begins with a run from Barkley. And he's going to get a good gain of 9 here up to the 34.
Good yardage there on first down. Exactly what you want. Get yourself set up to keep making first downs, keep the clock running. And if they're smart, you're starting to milk the clock. No hurry before you run your second down play.
Maybe a good spot to take a shot. Here's 2nd and a yard from the 34. They'll run it again with Barkley. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. 59 yards rushing for him now. He's carried the ball just 5 times.
We don't talk about it very often, but sometimes there's a dip in intensity when you start the second half, which can manifest itself in some sloppy tackling. And how about right there? He ran right through that weak tackle attempt.
A first down carry for Barkley. And that'll hurt the average a bit as this time they're able to get him behind the line. And tip your cap to DeMarcus Lawrence. Nice play defensively.
And that's what this defense is going to need to do more in the second half. Good pressure that time, forces some indecision in the backfield. He's going to wind up being taken down for a nice loss.
On second down, here's Barkley. And a solid run here as he'll pick his way down to the 42-yard line. Philadelphia picking up the first on a gain of 15. They've got the lead early here in the third quarter, and runs like that are how they establish that lead in the first half.
I love the fact that you're using the word lead because they are leading from the front, pounding on the defense right now with the running game, and truly establishing themselves here in the second half.
Barkley on first down, going to work his way forward, only for about a couple there.
This drive is pretty clear. Almost feels like old school fundamentals, doesn't it? Want to impose their will on the defense. Was that 5 straight runs?
Yeah, 5 straight carries to start this drive, and like you said, the way it's working, they may just stick with it. Second down and 8. Play action. Here's Hurts. Man, it's caught at the 6-yard line. It's a gain of 35.
It doesn't look like this defense found the magical elixir at halftime. This offense was rolling in the first half, and that's continued here in the third quarter. Another big play right there.
It's a 5-receiver set, 3 to the left, 2 to the right. They'll drop to throw. And Goddard's got it. Touchdown, Eagles. A 5-yard touchdown catch. And the Eagles take the opening kickoff of the third quarter and drive right down the field to extend their lead. Circle that drive because that might be one to remember. Well executed to give them a little cushion.
Well, let's take it into the boxing ring. You talk about them commanding it, keeping the fight where they wanted to, whether it was in the center of the ring or putting them on the ropes because it was jab, jab, jab. And finally, the haymaker to put that drive away.
Elliott good with a PAT, and that pushes the lead up to 11. Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. And he'll be stopped up at the 25. The Cowboys offense now, they head out for their first possession of the second half. They make their second half debut here, and things are looking a little bit tougher now. You give up the points there, Charles, that touchdown drive on the other side. So now it's a 2-score game here. Got to be careful.
They certainly do, and I'm just wondering at halftime if those guys just looked into each other's eyes and realized what they've got to get done and come out a little bit more charged up, because if they don't get some kind of points here, that next drive, that could make this a 3-possession game.
A running play on first down will give 4 up to the 29.
They'd love to just strike back with a touchdown right here, and if it's a long play, so be it. But the main goal, get a couple of first downs, run some plays, run some clock, allow their defense to get a chance to catch their breath, settle down, and relax a little bit after they just gave up a score.
Here's Prescott. Outright, he finds Tolbert. 7 yards there and a first down.
And when you're playing a quarterback with some experience and some moxie, you enter the danger zone when you decide to blitz him, because if he's able to diagnose as he did on that play, he can hurt you downfield.
He reads defenses so well, doesn't he?
He really does, and the best part about that play for him, I don't think that was his primary target.
I don't think so either.
I think he had the read, figured out where the...
Oh, Prescott stripped. It is picked up by the Eagles. And they have the football and will take over at the 24-yard line. And a defensive-minded coach loves to turn up the heat, turns it up there, it pays off.
And back in the good old days, those defensive-minded coaches just talked about intimidating teams, using force, right, beating them to the punch. In this case, they're talking about creating turnovers. That's all they preach, all game long, all practice long, every meeting. Get the football. That's what they want.
They'll throw on first down with Hurts. And this is caught. Touchdown, Philadelphia. Jalen Hurts finding A.J. Brown. And the Eagles are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. Elliott now to add the extra point. And the lead is up to 18 now. A nice tidy little drive there, getting the ball in excellent field position and only one play to score it. Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. And he'll go down as this drive will start at the 25-yard line. Dallas offense set for this next drive. I kind of feel like they've reached a do-or-die point in this game, Charles. If they're going to try to pull off an impressive comeback, it has to start right here, right now.
Yeah, now they've got a final chance to get out of this situation, but they also understand they've got to move the ball and move it fast. In addition, they need to save as much time so they can get 2 more possessions.
They'll start this drive out on the ground. That's to about the 28. Second down coming up.
If they want to start getting back into this game, it behooves them to get better on first down.
Yeah, certainly not what they were looking for there out of the opening play of this drive. Here's 2nd and 7 now from the 28. Now Prescott. Eagle pressure, too much this time. Down he goes. Josh Sweat rushing in and bringing him down to the ground.
So one quick, easy analysis about why they've struggled so far. They keep putting themselves in 3rd and long situations. They just took another sack right there.
And the offensive film session tomorrow may be a little longer than it normally is.
Not a lot of positive grades will be handed out thus far.
Open man right side, it's Lamb. And a good job defensively. They stopped him short of the first at the 32. So the completion results there in 9 yards. And that's going to make it 4th down.
So much about this game is just understanding situations and then having to execute, isn't it? Guard the first down sticks. Don't let them get there. And they rallied and made the tackle.
On to punt now, Anger, as he boots this one away. We'll call that a 49-yard punt with a return of just 2. And the Eagles will have it, taking over 1st and 10. Now this will probably be the last play of the quarter. They'll start with the option. And he'll be taken down after a minimal pickup, and that will take us to the end of quarter number 3. 3 quarters in the books. We'll return with more after this. This is the... And welcome back. We are in the city of brotherly love, Philadelphia. It's the Eagles in possession of the football and leading this one as we get ready to start the final quarter. Fights forward for only about a yard up to the 21.
That's it. That's what you want. Straight ahead positive gain. Just keep that clock ticking.
Brings up 3rd and 6.
3rd down and 6. On the option left, it's Hurts. And he will fight his way forward to about the 23-yard line. He'll get a couple of yards on the keeper, but it's going to lead to a 4th down.
Anytime you decide to use your quarterback as a runner, most of the time when you design a play, you're expected to break a little bit bigger than this one, because when you run him on short gains, your risk-reward and him taking hits, I'm not sure that's the payoff they were looking for.
The Eagles send out their punter now. Always a good sign when your first punt comes in the 4th quarter. That's pulled in at the 32. There goes a 42, make it a 43-yard punt, 6 on the return. And the Cowboys will take over the football with a 1st and 10. So Prescott and the Cowboys now with a 1st and 10 at the 39-yard line. They'll try and start this drive in the air. He's got it complete to Tolbert. And getting this just shy of midfield, they'll spot it at the 49. The drive starting with a 1st down, 11 yards on that pickup. You cannot write these guys off just yet, not with a quarterback like that under center.
You mean it actually crossed your mind with him running the team that you could actually maybe write this game off?
Not yet.
Not a chance. Not with him. We've seen it too many times.
A 1st down throw for Prescott. Oh, he was hit as he threw it there, and that one winds up incomplete.
They lead big, and a major part of that has been how they've taken their play to a whole new level this second half. No points allowed since the break, and you can add another incompletion to the total number that they forced in this runaway contest.
Here's 2nd and 10. Looking to throw. Prescott. Throwing the out route and complete. That's Ferguson. And he's able to get this to the 40-yard line before he's out of bounds. 11 yards and a Cowboy 1st down.
Well, I can put my defensive cap on right now, and I know they're saying don't give up any big plays now. They've controlled this game throughout, and all they want to do is see it through to the end. I think they let their guard down a little bit with that last completion. Sometimes when you're trying not to give up bigger plays, you don't react as fast as you should on other throws.
And this is dropped. Oh, it's incomplete. He had a big gainer in his sights, but he could not reel it in.
And this is a situation where, as a head coach, you're just saying, what else could go wrong? Let's get it all out of our system, please. This has been a sloppy game throughout. The execution has been lacking. A lot of mistakes, both mental and physical. And here's a big play that goes by the wayside.
Throw complete right side to Cooks. 9 yards, not quite enough, and they'll be left now with 3rd and 1. So they just need 1 yard here to pick up the 1st down. Prescott yet again. He's going to get that to his running back out of the backfield. And he will have a Cowboys 1st down by a couple of yards as they're able to convert there on 3rd and 1.
Well, they've certainly done a nice job spreading the ball around on this drive. This time he gets it out to his back, and it's another nice play and another 1st down. They've got the defense on their heels a little bit. They're reacting instead of being aggressive and making plays.
Cowboys. Brandon Cooks, 28 yards. And the Cowboys are finally into the end zone here in this 4th quarter. Well, they needed 3 scores to have any chance. There's the first of the 3 as they get into the end zone.
Yeah, Brandon, I think that our guys at Next Gen Stats in charge of the win probability are probably saying your chances still aren't great. But now you still got more than 3 minutes to go. You got to focus on the task at hand, which is going to be getting the football back as quickly as possible.
After review of the play, the ruling on the field is reversed.
Second and 10. To the air again, Prescott. This is caught. It's Cooks. And down he goes, taking it inside the 10, just shy of the 5 at the 6. Back-to-back receptions for him, and it's another first down. A 3-score game here late. You can probably rule out the comeback, but certainly some kind of a moral victory to be had if they can get a few more points to close things out. And to that end, a nice pass play there to push things downfield.
Yeah, and we know in this league, a loss is a loss, and no one wants anything to count as a moral victory or, boy, something that feels a little bit cheap. But if they trim that lead down to just 2 scores, that's still a benefit to this squad.
They come up here with another shot from the 6-yard line, and it's 2nd and goal now. Prescott to throw it. This is caught. 5 yards that time on the completion, and now it's 3rd and goal.
What they should hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
They've been denied touchdowns in the red zone twice already. Here comes 3rd and goal. Now here's a look for the end zone, but that one's going to wind up incomplete. So now 4th and goal. You're trailing by a decent amount here. What are you doing, Coach Davis?
Well, I've got to think to myself, just how many more opportunities am I going to have this close and have this chance? I've got to go for it right here. The clock's dwindling on me. Let's go get it done.
They'll run it with Elliott. And not only will he not get in, he's going to lose yardage. They stuff him back at the 4. Ezekiel Elliott unable to punch it in. And this Eagle defense stands tall down near the goal line. And they've now made 2 trips to the red zone and still looking for their first touchdown.
Not able to punch it in, and if you're on defense, your confidence is sky high. Because mentally, you're saying, hey, you're in the red zone. We're thinking we're giving up 3. We just want to give up 6. In this case, they end up not giving up the touchdown at all. They've got to feel great about what they got done.
First and 10, and kind of tipping their hand at running the ball. 3 tight ends are out there. They'll try and run some clock here with Barkley. And he'll be brought down with the first down after a gain of about 11 as that takes us to the 2-minute warning. 84 yards on the ground for him now as he has gotten better, really, as the night's gone on.
At the 14-yard line.
They keep it with Barkley on first down. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2. Good gain there on first down. It keeps them in a running situation, probably.
They did everything right on that play, didn't they? They got the leverage up front, good blocking, nice hole for him, ends up picking up nice yardage, stays in bounds to keep the clock rolling. They are in charge of this scenario right now. They want to stay that way.
And not in any rush offensively. They'll go to Barkley again. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. Call it no gain that time as it's going to leave them with a 3rd and about 3 to go.
I know that speed is the hallmark of today's NFL game, but the key to good rushing defense is still having your linebackers set the edge.
Coming up here looking for 3 yards to pick up the first. They'll try to run for it with Barkley. And some room to run now. And they work this well upfield across the 45. A big hitter there. A first down gain of 26 yards. It carries like that. That's how they're going to continue to salt this thing away here, Charles, in the 4th quarter.
Yeah, how about that? A new set of downs. Clock continues to move. No better way to close out a game than to tap those mastodons you have up front and say, guys, keep pounding them. Let's keep the ball, keep their offense on the sidelines, and let's close this one out.
So fly, Eagles, fly. It's a victory for Philadelphia. And I think the game balls need to be distributed on the defensive side of the football, and I bet that you would agree.
Yeah, if you hold a team under 10 points, that's a job well done, really well done. So I would say game balls for every starter and every key player. player who participated in this game.
Now, see, I only like one game ball.
You're
handing out multiple, although I set you up by saying game balls, plural, but
I like where we're going with this, though. You say one to represent, like the best player of all of that, and I say multiples so that you keep everyone motivated and involved.
You're a man of the people.
I'm a man of the people. I thought I was the only child.
You get a game ball, and you get a game ball. Game balls for everybody. So for Charles Davis and our entire crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Next game, guess what? Charles and I will be here again. It's the NFL on EA Sports.